What up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Right About Now presents the Virtual Slam Head-to-Head edition. My name is Chibbi. I'm going to be your host for this evening. Thank you for tuning in because the audience is ultra important in the Virtual Slam because you got the power tonight, audience members. So let's have a breakdown of what's going to happen tonight in case you don't know, in case you ain't never been here, in case this is your first time. What we got is 8 poets in the backstage area, geared up, ready to go to battle it out in 3 bouts of head-to-head competitions for a chance to win $100 in cash prizes, okay? We have already assigned the order and the bout draw for round 1. The poets know who they're going up against. Both poets will be brought up on stage. Poet A will perform a poem. Poet B will perform a poem. And then after both poets have gone, you, the audience, are going to decide who won that bout and deserves to move on to the next round for a chance at $100 in cash prizes. And the way that we do that is that we drop a link in the comments section and give you about a minute to click on that link. It's a poll. And then you just click on who you thought won that bout. Okay? And that's it. You can only vote once. You can only vote for one. You are the judges tonight, people. That being said, if you are tuning in, make sure that you are tuning in live, because sometimes if you click on a live stream, it'll take you back to the beginning, right? Where we're at right now. And I don't want you to be at the beginning 20 minutes from now, because then your votes don't count. That's like voting after Election Day. Your vote didn't count, people. So make sure that you are watching this live as it is happening, as it is progressing throughout the night, so that you can vote for your favorites and your favorite poets can win some cash money tonight, because that's what it's all about, people. We want to pay poets, give people some money for doing some amazing work. So tuning in live, voting, also using the comments section. I see that this is happening. People are already excited. I see Massachusetts in the house, Wisconsin. I see Prentice Powell. I see a lot of people. All right. So let us know where you're joining from in the comments section. Houston, obviously, always in the house. But also use the comments section to influence the other judges, people. All right. You are not only the judges, you are the audience too. So your voice can influence the other judges, and your voice will be seen and heard via the comments section. All right. So use it to influence the judges. Tell them who you think won that round. Shout out your favorite lines. You know, quote the poets as it's coming through. Give us all the feels. Arlington, Texas, also here, living for it. All right, all right. All the way from Florida. Okay. Milwaukee. I'm Jersey in the house. I might be driving through Jersey on Wednesday. Not sure. I got to get to upstate New York somehow. Any hoozle, that's a whole nother story. So tonight, we got 8 amazing poets. We're going to hear from, not in this order, but we're going to hear from Cassandra IsFree, Kristi Scribbles, Jerrod, Amir, Shakir, Imani Jade, Nathaniel Bek, Steph Love, LMB, and Sarah Bellum Mental. Shout out your favorites in the comments section. If you heard a name there that you're like, that's my person, shout them out. Because the influencing starts now. All right. That's how it goes. The only restriction that we are putting on our poets for the virtual slams is a 2-minute and 10-second time limit. All right. At 2 minutes and 10 seconds, we will mute the poet, and that is it. We don't do time penalties in the virtual round. We ain't got time for that. All right. So you will get 2 minutes and 10 seconds of a poem, and that's it. We're going to move on. And that's what you will use to judge who wants that bout. Outside of that, props and costumes, the typical rule is whatever is accessible in the room is not considered a prop or a costume. These poets are all performing from their own home, so whatever is accessible to them is fair game. That's the way it's going to go. So let's do it, says Nick. All right, Nick Rosa, let's do a 100. My poets are ready. I'm ready. We're good to go. But my audience needs to get their voting fingers on, all right? We need to test out them clicky things. Make sure the links work. Make sure you're seeing them. You have access to them. So because of that, we're going to have a sacrificial round. For our sacrificial round, we're going to show you videos of 2 poets competing, but all of our poets that are actually competing here tonight are competing live. So let's kick it off with the first sacrificial poet for the evening. Y'all show some love for Jarvis Subia. Ha!
dance to. Selena, prayer of the first, Jan, Aquí, Ya, Queen of Tehuano. Selena gone and learned Spanish, and then made Tex-Mex music you forgot was born in America. Selena gone and birthed a movie, which in turn birthed a J-Lo. Selena got your man weeping on the couch, and Latina Jade cried so hard during a movie since Richie caught a plane into the sunrise. In this country only mourn the white men. Selena gone and put 5 albums on the Billboard chart. No mames at the same damn time. Selena went and sang her own funeral love song because dreaming of you after death is about as Mexican as it gets. Selena went and became a history of brown excellence and thriving glory, of cultural pride now glistening in the corner of your eye. Do y'all feel that? You see, Selena left you that.
All right. That was sacrifice number 1. Jarvis Subia going up against Jarvis Subia in the sacrificial round. It's Samantha Sloopski.
Hating myself is a riot. I am always at the front lines. I call upon my self-care to cut my shame into pieces I can hold. But sometimes the shame is too big, and so I try to drown all that I hate about myself in bath bomb water. But sometimes this is not a hate. I can aromatherapy my way out of it. When I get out of the bathtub, I look in the mirror. Know for as many parts of my body that I have hated, there are all of those parts of myself that I have chosen to love, but still, I show up to this riot every day. I have even tried to turn that mirror into blade, have tried to carve myself out of myself, but still, I always find a way to turn this riot into writing, into all of the ways that I am worth forgiveness, all of the ways that I am beautiful, and all of the ways that I am always a battle worth fighting.
All right. So that was our sacrificial round, people. So now you get to make the decision as to who won the sacrificial round. We're about to drop the link. Oh, we already dropped the link in the comment section. That's just the way we do. So link dropped in the comment section. We're going to give you about a minute after every round for y'all to vote. So you got to make up your minds pretty quickly, people, because what are you waiting for? All right, just go with your gut. What does your core tell you? Who took that round? All right, don't debate it too much. Just go with what you think you know, because if you wait, if you dilly-dally, then you might vote a little too late, and then your vote may not count. And that would be tragic. All right, because we close the polls, and once them polls close, them voting is done. So, did you think Jarvis or Samantha took that route? All right, who took that bout tonight? Who won the sacrificial round? We just want to make sure that you have access to the link, that you're able to click on it, that everything is copacetic. All right, one more time, link in the comment section. Abraham said he's done. We're going to give you 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Voting is closed for the sacrificial round. That means that the person that won the sacrificial round was Samantha. All right. That was your warm-up round, people. I hope you got a chance to check it out. I hope you got a chance to click, making sure you have access, all of that fun stuff, because now the Hunger Games begin. The virtual slam head-to-head edition begins. Coming up first in the virtual slam head-to-head edition, round 1, bout 1, we got Kristi Scribbles. Kristi,
hello.
The stream. Where are you joining us from?
I'm in upstate New York.
Upstate New York. I will be in your neck of the woods in a couple of days. All right. So then, facing up against Kristi Scribbles is going to be Imani Jade. Imani, welcome to the stream. Where are you joining us from?
H-Town repping, Houston, Texas.
Houston, Texas. All right, New York versus Texas, a tale as old as time. Imani, you are muted. That means, Kristi, the stage is yours.
From this wall, this view, these kaleidoscopic eyes, your world seems so small to me, so strange, so centered on self and on distraction. And on those screens, what is on those screens anyway? Why do you continually stare at all those boxes? Big ones, little ones, everywhere. What can be so important? As I buzz and I buzz, trying to figure it all out, up and down, back and forth, high and low. Why are they all still staring at those screens? This is getting a little weird. They never seem to look away. As I buzz and I buzz, enjoying each new thing, new room, new smell. Oh, the smells, the foods that you get to enjoy, the ripe fruit, the yummy noodles, the sweet, sweet sodas, the taste that you get to taste, so inviting, intoxicating, cerebral. I am so jealous. As I buzz and I buzz, caught inside this house, this place of mystery with so many windows that trick my eyes and my sense of direction. I just wanted to taste, to visit for a while. I didn't want to be stuck. I didn't want to be imprisoned. Help me, please help me find a way out. Why do you never go outside? Just open a door, open a window, quit looking at those fucking screens. Please, for the love of God, for the love of mercy, open a window, a door, go outside, let me out. I must get back, don't you see? To that place, that smell, that calm, that beauty. This fun house ain't so fun anymore. Why, oh, why are you all still watching those boxes, just swatting me away, pretending I'm not here? Please, anyone, somewhere, somehow, help me. As I buzz and I buzz, when will this all be over? When will I feel free? Free to find space, find sun, feel free? Okay, I think this is it. Something's happening. You're finally looking away from the screen. You're getting up. This is the moment I have been begging for. You're going to open the door to freedom. Finally, it's here. Free to fly in nature again, to be free of your screens again. But wait, what's that? What's in your hand? Why are you coming towards me and not the door? Wait, what? Why? No!
Yo, that was Kristi Scribbles kicking off bout one in round one. Show some love in the comment section. You all know what to do. Some purple hearts if you are feeling what the psychedelic purple side is throwing out. Going up against Kristi on the neon green side. Imani Jade, you are unmuted. The stage is yours.
What have I become? My sweetest friend. Everyone I know goes away in the end. And you can have it all. My empire of dirt, I will let you down. I will make you hurt. Hurt. Like 1,000 fishing lines wrapped tightly around my heart, pulling in 1,000 different directions. Like the sophistication of being made into a woman without actually having a man. One time, he told me he loved me. Laying on his chest on a warm summer night, he told me he loved me. He said, I probably love you more than anyone who has ever told you they loved you. And it sounded so beautiful. Lyrical chocolate to my ears. Till I realized that no one has ever told me they love me. At least not the way the birds love the bees or husbands love their wives. So what did that mean? What have I become? My sweetest friend. Everyone I know goes away in the end. In the end, I always knew you'd leave, and I get it. I guess I shouldn't have thought you would be any different. My love is selfish and harsh and exhausting. My love knows no boundaries. My love is a glass of straight vodka, burns going down, but warm and tingly in the end. And you need to get away from that. But did you have to take my heart with you? That's it.
All right. Imani Jade going up against Kristi Scribbles. Y'all throw some green hearts in the comment section if you were feeling what the neon green side was putting down. We already dropped the link in the comments because that's the way we work. We are efficient. I'm starting my timer. I am giving you 1 minute, people. 1 minute to vote. So whoever you felt won that bout, you need to vote for. In the immediate future, did you think it was Kristi Scribbles on the psychedelic purple side, or Imani Jade on the neon green side? You need to make a decision, people. It ain't up to me. It's up to you. All right? Got about 30 seconds left, people. So if you're still waiting, I don't know what you're waiting on. All right? Unfortunately, despite the fact that both of these poets gave us incredible poems, only one of them is allowed to move on to round 2 for a chance to win $100 in cash prizes. $100 in cash prizes. In fact, if they move on, any of the poets that move on to round 2 are guaranteed to win some money, the way we distribute the money these days. So any poet that moves on to round 2 is going to win some money tonight. Y'all need to make a decision in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, that's it. All right, I gave you some extra time there, so that's why the countdown was so quick. So we have winning bout 1 of round 1 and moving on to the next round for a chance to win $100 in cash prize. It's going to be Kristi Scribbles. Imani Jade, thank you so much for that incredible poem. Kristi, we will see you in the next round. All right, people, it's that quick. Moving on. Bout 2, round 1. Coming up first to the stage is going to be Steph Love. Welcome to the stream, Steph. Where are you joining us from?
Norfolk, Virginia.
Virginia, East Coast in the house. And going up against Steph Love is going to be Sarah Bellum Mental. Sarah, where are you joining us from? Okay, no, we're having some sound issues. Let me remove, come back. Say something for us, Sarah. Nope, log out, come back in, all right? Yeah, we're going to send you some messages. It's all right. Kristi Scribbles is going to go. Steph Love is going to go first while Sarah logs back on. I'm just going to stick around. So that means Steph Love, the stage is yours.
To the judge who sentenced Brock Turner, question, do you know what it's like when nobody believes you? Screaming wolf to wolves, your voice disappears, your existence is ignored by justice. Another question, do you know how it feels to never leave the crime scene? Your favorite outfit turned witness, your body constantly under investigation, your scars are the chalk outline and you see yourself laying lifeless while being photographed for evidence. You can't piece together what went wrong. You can't escape yourself. There are no detours to ignore the location of where it all took place. Maybe I'm confused, but you do know that she was unconscious, right? Incoherently unaware that her temple was being vandalized. If it wasn't for 2 bystanders, would he have stopped? Was his nut worth her trauma? The last time I checked, blue balls never killed anybody, and if he needed a release, he's got 2 hands to choose from. Then you said a prison sentence would have a severe impact on him. Never mind her nightmares, her fear of the dumpster in her apartment complex, her anxiety of college campus party flyers, being painted as drunk and promiscuous. She now lives with this imprint on her frame, and you gave him a second chance to strike again. I'm sure the world heard white privilege echo from the drop of your gavel as you dismissed his behavior. A 14-year offense. 6 years of that overruled for 6 months, reduced down to 3 months in a county jail. On September 2nd, 2016, Brock Turner would walk away a free man over people like the Central Park 5 who were convicted of a crime they never committed. Had his skin not matched the color of your hood, I would never have had to write this poem. This sentencing was a slap in the face to all women who have been accused of giving consent because their skirts stopped above their knees. Nobody heard their pleas, muffled yelling into nothingness, in this case, unconsciousness. What's a girl to do when she is deemed a liar, but her body still has caution tape around it? Statistics say that 1 in 5 women will be raped at some point in their lives, and letting him go made it easier for history to repeat itself. So I'll ask again, do you know what it's like when nobody believes you?
Yo, that was Steph Love kicking off bout 2 of round 1. Steph Love, if you were feeling what Steph was saying, throw some purple hearts in the comments section. Y'all know what to do. All right. We are, I see Sarah is coming back in the background. Let's see. Sarah Bellum Mental.
Yes, I can hear you now.
All right, perfect. In that case, I'm going to go ahead and remove myself. Sarah, the stage is yours.
If I'm honest, an old soul is a child who has seen too much and too little time, that it doesn't matter how they know what they know, only that the generational curses show up on a cellular level. Say hello to cellular, the parts of me, structures of what grandma survived. She is a figure I can't place. Her smile or her sound, her smell or the taste of her candies. Quite like my great-grandma Werther's original caramel candies, my father said. He grabbed a fistful. At his father's funeral, we smiled despite the intended grief. I asked him if he wants to see his dead father. Say goodbye to him. I'll be by his side as he does it. He doesn't stutter, stammer, just utters. I don't want to see this corpse. It isn't my father, and so I don't push it. I don't need to see a wax figure to say goodbye to them, because sometimes their soul is gone. And some people don't seem to have a soul at all. My mother would hate me to say my grandpa, too evil, too devil in white clothes to be anything of a soul. Maybe he had it once. Before he hunted his granddaughter, she a forbidden taste, a rare delicacy. Maybe he'd excuse it away like the other men. You look so old, seem so mature. How do you think nature presents you an adult in a child's body?
Yo, that was Sarah Bellum Mental going second, representing the neon green side in bout 2 of round 1. Y'all know what to do. Throw some green hearts in the comment section if you were feeling that. We have already dropped the link multiple times, by the way, because y'all are flooding the comment section. We want to make sure it doesn't get lost in there. So we've dropped the link. You got to make a decision. One of these poets will move on to round 2. And at the very least, win a guaranteed $10. That's 2 months subscription to the Right About Now members page, all right? So one of these poets will at the very least win $10, but they have a chance to win up to $50 because we're giving away $100 in cash prize. Who do you think it should be? Was it Steph Love on the psychedelic purple side, or was it, I don't know what that sound was, Sarah Bella Mental on the neon green side? I'm going to give you about 15 more seconds, people. Okay? 15 more seconds. Get on it. What are you waiting for? Why haven't you voted yet? Why haven't you voted yet? No, you can't vote for that laugh. Why haven't you voted, people? I'm saying it historically, these bouts are decided by like less than 5 votes. The margin of difference is as scary as the margin has been in past presidential elections. Okay, like it should have been a wider margin, but it wasn't, and it hasn't been in these slams. It's been very slim. So make sure you vote in 5, 4, 3, 2. Why haven't you voted? 1. Your voice don't matter anymore. Ooh, shout out to everybody who did vote, though. So voting is closed for that bout. One of these poets is moving on and has a guaranteed $10 bill in their pocket. And that poet is gonna be Steph Love. Sarah Bella Mental, thank you for that incredible poem. Steph Love, we will see you in the next round. Okay. Moving on, people. Thank you for being here, by the way. Y'all are incredible. We love our audience. You all make this show work. So, bout 3, round 1. Coming up first on the psychedelic purple side, it's LMB. LMB, welcome to the stream. Where are you joining us from?
From Arizona, Prescott, Arizona.
From Arizona. All right, Southwest represents. And coming up against LMB, Nathaniel Bek. Nathaniel, where are you joining us from?
Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Wisconsin. So the Southwest versus the Midwest. I think that's correct. I might have made the second one up. In any case, Nathaniel, you are muted, which means LMB, the stage is yours.
Born in the streets, it's a struggle to beat the drug dealers and thug killers that vacate the seats of the common role models for the next generation of kids left in the basement. Imagine a life lived with your face wet from the tears that were shed laying on cold pavement. Fatigued children aimlessly wander, ambitious to beat the hunger, soul searching for a home and a mattress. What's it going to take for us to finally grasp this? You honestly think that they're going to outlast this? We could have shown proper affection, but once again they were faced with rejection as they filled up their sorrows with injected infections, becoming yet again another manifestation of their own creation. If you bought the negativity that seeped through the remedy, take down the enemy before he is into me. Look through the eyes that cannot disguise, escape through the mind until you visualize a new life design. It's all brought on to find the truth hidden in the lies, and then we'll redefine. We'll step into our souls, not doing what we're told, paying no attention to the things that are sold. You tell me what is best for me. There is no other rest of me. I fear that you invest in me in your dishonesty, to breed in lies and hate, never thinking straight, bringing it to surface that you feed with the purpose of our own self-destruction. Pardon the interruption. Government-built citizenship prisons mastered the concepts of hasty decisions. Quick trips to justice misslipped and gifted the gift of scripted disbliss. The descript to this, prejudiceness must dismiss from the faces of the misfits that run this shit. No giving in to this image of what we all are shown. Only I can decide that which is best for me, to give the best of me, and you can have what's left of me. You feed on imperfection. In my imperfection is where my perfection lies. My ambition is to open eyes. You don't need things you want. You don't need things to flaunt. You don't have to take what you've been given. Stay driven in understanding maybe someday we'll find a better way of living.
Yo, that was LMB on the psychedelic purple side, kicking off bout 3 of round 1. Y'all throw some purple hearts in the comment sections if you are feeling that. Going up against LMB on the neon green side, Nathaniel Bek. The stage is yours.
Some days when I look at myself, I am a deer in headlights. But what do you do when you start to resemble the car? A deer is not a vehicle, but don't they hit the same? Head on and reckless. My face resembling a 30-year-old car, I have seen this body of a rusting heap barreling down on my childhood. I called it anger. I called it burning wreck. I called the car man. I am not this car, this aggression, this metal body for breaking. I am the deer. But once you have been hurt by a weapon, you are afraid to become one. You will often see yourself reflected in their metallic. Kiss the gravel with your teeth enough and you will forget what your own mouth is supposed to taste like. When I was a fawn, I ground the velvet off my antlers enough times to know masculinity was a weapon. I said it like windshield, but wrote it down like destruction on anywhere it would land, even when it was me. And didn't you know, boys can become bucks if you make them? So call me young buck of a man, accident in the forest, call me an accident. When you learn its definition like me, you walk into everything like it's a fight. Like this hasn't been a hunt, you have been out running since birth. Like you don't have to look both ways before crossing the street. When you learn to move your mouth through the vibrations of a car, how do you speak when you start to make the same rumbling sounds? I wish I knew masculinity through a different voice like. Can ambition be more than anger if you make your family sound like wilderness? Can you be more than violence, be more than abuse? Can you hold on to someone with antlers and never hurt them? Can you see the light on the road and not become the fear? Am I the deer or the car barreling down this road, even if I find myself on a different path, full throttle, heart and engine that hasn't quit yet, with this loose muffler smile that hangs and scrapes sometimes, this flat tire speech that keeps speaking, even when the rubber has worn off? It will sound like I am not the car. I gotta keep running. I am not the car. I gotta outrun this. I am not the car.
Y'all, that was Nathaniel Bek on the neon green side. Show some love in the comments section. If you were digging that poem, green hearts are the way to go. I just love our Mardi Gras theme. I'm just throwing that out there. In any case, we have already dropped the link, people, multiple times, okay? Because y'all are flooding this comment section with love for both of these poets. I see you, audience. I see you trying to influence the judges. good on you. So make sure that you find one of them links, click on it, and go vote stat, ASAP, pronto, con prisa. I have run out of other, things to imply with a quickness, okay? With a quickness. So make sure that you are voting. You got maybe about 15 more seconds left to vote. I appreciate you hanging in here with us. I am also aware that for some reason, my video stream is not coming through clear. So it's all right. It's not about me. It's about it's about these poets. So one of these poets is moving on to the next round and guaranteed $10. You need to decide, LMB on the psychedelic purple side, Nathaniel Bek on the neon green side. You got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I am closing the polls. There is no more voting that's happening this round. Moving on to the next round is Nathaniel Bek. So that means LMB. Thank you so much for that incredible poem. Nathaniel Bek, we will see you shortly. All right, here we go. One more bout in round 1, and we're just going to get to it because I realize I am the worst part of this show tonight. So, coming up, representing the psychedelic purple side, Jerrod, Amir, Shakir. Jerrod, welcome to the stream. I would love to see you right now. There you go. Where are you joining us from?
Cleveland, Ohio.
Cleveland, Ohio. Is that also the Midwest?
That's
okay.
Like Midwest, North Coast, whatever.
That's the Midwest. All right. Jerrod on the Midwest. And going up against Jerrod is going to be Cassandra IsFree. Cassandra, welcome to the stream. Where are you joining us from? Coming to you from Virginia.
However, my family is from Cleveland, so what's that?
Oh, okay. Maybe there's a little family rivalry going on here. I don't know. We're not going to dig into that. What we're going to dig our heels into is this poetry. That means, Jerrod, the stage is.
I'd like to say I love you, but that's hopeful. Truth is, I'm still getting to know you, but I need someone to feel close to, and you're so close to this ideal I'm supposed to go to, hold you down and show you the ropes and do things with strings but no loops. Bound by the things that we go through, but I ain't ashamed. Now, I ain't ashamed, and the way that I gotta say this, you think I love to take the pain. How is my old ways is my new favorite thing. And the way that I'm pulling my hair out, but it ain't a kink. Some might gag at the thought of a ball and chain, but that ain't me. Just getting fucked in a 3-way by life and decisions I made, running a train on me like I'm their favorite freak. Fame and fortune in the back, waiting to tag in, smoking a cigarette of flame like they just came to peep. They some creeps. Waxing that ass and holding my feet to the flame, tied to this chair. You should think about the risk awareness, but right now I'm here in not that bad place. Now stand like a man that's dad, so you can come and lay your head on my chest without that sad face. And taking this exchange, and I contemplate and think that I can't change whatever. But with your head to my chest and just listen, it's splendid. In a moment so intimate, a denizen that's living in your skin had the discipline, the demon that's living within. It's on a whip. But he came out and we
All right. That was Jerrod, Amir, Shakir with a poem hitting that 2 minute and 10 second time limit wall. But you got 2 minutes and 10 seconds of an incredible poem. So y'all show some love in the comment section. If you were digging it, throw some purple hearts in there. You know what to do. Coming up against Jerrod on the neon green side, Cassandra IsFree. The stage is yours.
I said the other day that I want to quit poetry, but it won't let me. Because behind every Black man's last breath is a bar. Every lead from a news story leads to a stanza. A literature of articles about Afghanistan and the Taliban, free verse about how they need to free everybody locked up over legalized weed. I write trauma in cursive while cursing the same hand that feeds me, because these verses are how I eat, and I metaphorically be starving for more metaphors to grind with my teeth. It's like planting poetry about grief. Like the hurt is the seed and the news is the water. The soil is politicians and cops. Dead sons and daughters be the crop. And I make it sound like a field of sunshine, unintentionally eclipsing the clouds. So right about now, it begs the question, when we write poems as an ode, are we really writing them, or are we writing for tens? When we say their name, what do we hope to gain? Because if we're immortalizing the Georges and Briannas for our fame, then we're saying it in vain. So when I say I want to quit poetry, it's not a cry for help or a call to action. It's more like me trying to imagine me not being me, feeling more free to just be Cass and less Cassandra IsFree. Like I'm really locked behind these bars, and y'all know the pen means prison. The wards are the warden, and this is a life sentence. Poetry is my codependency, feels like an addiction, getting my high from trying to smoke the competition. And when I come down, it's a real low. But how can I stay clean if the crowd keeps saying I'm dope? So instead of detox, I beatbox bars about brutality, converse about calamities, talk about these tragedies, detail the disrespect of an officer's knee in a Black man's neck, or better yet, the savagery of shooting a young woman in her bed while she rests in peace. But I get no sleep because more incidents with police means my poems increase. So when I say I want to quit poetry, but it won't let me, it's because it holds me hostage and bondage, chained to a desk by these names like dead weight. I guess it's Stockholm syndrome because I'm not even trying to escape.
All right. That was Cassandra IsFree on the neon green side, which means that's the end of the bout and also the end of round one. And we just got to figure out who's moving on to round two. So you got to make some decisions, audience members / judges. We've dropped the link like 73 times at this point because y'all are flooding the comment section with your love for both of these poets. So y'all going to have to pick one. I don't got to do that. I'm a Gemini. I couldn't make up my mind anyway. So who's moving on to round two for a chance to win $100 in cash prizes and a guaranteed 10? Is it Jerrod, Amir, Shakir on the psychedelic purple side? Or is it Cassandra IsFree on the neon green side? You like my animated graphics here? That's what's happening right now. Y'all got to make a decision. One of these poets is moving on. The other one you are just appreciating. And I forgot to start the timer. I think 30 seconds have elapsed. So probably 30 more seconds. 30 more seconds is what I'm going to give you. All right? Make a decision. Besides, if you need that much time to figure it out, you're not going with your gut. Okay? What do you feel in your soul? Which poet hit you deep inside, underneath them rib cage, in the heart, or in the gut, or in the mind, or in the wherever poetry hits you, okay? Wherever poetry hits you, you need to make that decision, and you got maybe 5 seconds left. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. All right. That's it. We closing the polls, which means that moving on to round two and a chance to win some money, guaranteed winning some money, is gonna be Cassandra IsFree. Jerrod, Amir, Shakir, thank you for that incredible poem. Cassandra IsFree. We will see you in the next round. All right. Here we go, people. Here we go. Before we get into round two and the final 3 bouts of the night, I've already seen some comments coming through in the comments section, so I'm going to be quick about this because I realize my video is shitty right now and I have no idea why. But people have been asking, like, I'm a poet. I want to get on this. I want a chance to win $100 in cash prizes. How do I do that? Real simple, real easy. All you got to do is head over to the Right About Now Facebook page, WAN Poetry. So facebook.com/WAN Poetry. Chances are, if you're watching this on Facebook, you're already there. There's a little blue button in the top right-hand corner that says Become a Supporter. If you click on that, you will be officially supporting Right About Now for $4.99 a month, and you will have access not just to the virtual slams where you could win back your membership and then some. There are poets out there who have had, years worth of memberships paid for by the money that they have made in these virtual cash slams. So 1, you have access to the virtual cash slams. 2, you have access to our weekly Write and Chills, which is a chance for you to write in community with other people virtually from all across the world. 3, if you live in the Houston area or you travel to the Houston area, you have a discount for the live shows. 4, you have access to watch the live features no matter where you are in the world. 5, discount on merchandise. 6, I think there's a lot more. But do I need to say more? That's already enough reason to do it. So do that. Not now. After the show. If you're not already a member, go be a member. That's how you get on these slams and access to the incredible virtual and live content that Right About Now is putting together. So that being said, let's move on to round 2. Coming up first in about 2. Round 2. Bout 1. Kristi Scribbles, welcome back to the screen. Yeah, and heading up against Kristi Scribbles, Steph Love, welcome back to the stream. And I am off my game. I realize I don't have a coin to flip for y'all. So we are so quickly going to do a random wheel of names to figure out who is going first. Is it going to be Kristi or is it going to be Steph? And I'm doing this with a quickness, people, with a quickness, because I forgot about this part of the show. All right, it's spinning, it's spinning, it's spinning. Y'all are going to trust me on this because I'm looking at it. Coming up first in bout 1 of round 2 is going to be Steph Love. So that means, Kristi, you are going to be muted. Steph, you are unmuted. The stage.
One, you're not dead, but you are a spirit in my past life that should stay there. A memory that gets resurrected that I wish I could erase. A moment in the time where you were heavenly, sung me as your angel. I'll never get those moments or times back. An untimely death of who I could be for you or for someone else. If it was your heart who was shot down, you'd be singing the same Kill Bill theme song, too. You're not dead, but I pretend I've never met you. So much so, I'll ignore your whole existence if I'm unlucky enough to ever be around you. A good girl gone bad, reborn as a woman who is relentlessly reclaiming her worth as queen with crown, as moving on to bigger and better things. And you really hate to see it, except for you won't because blocked. 3, you're not dead, but I have laid roses on the grave sites of our future plans, etched in stone. Here lies another fuckboy plot murdered. Better that your intentions are laid to rest in the cemetery of remembrance, 6 feet deep, far away from anybody with a vagina, so your agenda can be buried with you. 4, you're not dead, but I have wished for this phase you're in to pass in its sleep and wake up a new person. Take accountability for your actions when words fail to provide the backbone to straighten you out. You have curved yourself into a corner. It doesn't take too much ink to connect the dots of how you move. 5, you're not dead, but karma is a killer on the loose, looking for revenge when the universe forsakes her. Keeps tabs open on all the good and bad and never closes them. A browser that keeps the chrome on her. To fire at foxes with a rough edge. Keeps them at a distance and close. To close in on their next move. Your next move could be your last. Remember, not all dogs go to heaven.
Yo, that was Steph Love on the neon green side, kicking off round 2, bout 1. Show some love in the comment section. You know what to do. Kristi Scribbles on the psychedelic purple side. The stage is yours.
The snake, it crawls from inside of me. It slithers up my spine to the heart of my essence. That part of me that rules it all, its body wraps itself around me. Like a coil of a blanket, it allows my shell to shed, my layers to grow, and allows my skin to be pulled down my body, off my eyes, away from myself, and to release my inner shell. The snake, it comes for me now, comes for me to shed, to slither, to wiggle around until it all comes off. Until that old skin flakes off on the rocks that I rub it on, belly to earth, skin to shed, wounds to heal. And that's why it has come. That's why it is called. The snake has slithered into my world to be my medicine, to allow the shed, to become the transformation, to be that skin ready to release and to show its new layer, to release the old, become the new. The snake inside, it beckons you to shed the you that you no longer need, to become anew and shed it free, free to be the new skin inside, free to slither and free to slide. Inside of you, the snake has called. So shed the skin and let it fall. Fall it will as you slither on by. The snake, it beckons its watchful eye. Its eye to you, may you use its spell. The snake has come, so use it well.
Y'all, that was Kristi Scribbles on the psychedelic purple side. Show some love in the comment section if you haven't already, if you were feeling that poem. But more importantly, click the link and go vote. Because I've started the timer and that link has been dropped. Both of these poets are walking away with at least $10 tonight. But one of them may walk away with 30 or 50. All right, saying you get to decide who has the opportunity to walk away with more money than what they are already guaranteed to walk away with. Was it neon green Steph Love or psychedelic purple Kristi Scribbles? Make a decision, people. Make a decision and make it fast, because you only got about 20 more seconds, and then we are closing the polls. I know both these poets absolutely killed it. It's only going to get harder as the night progresses, just so you know, because you see what's happening is we're taking the best poem from about round 1 and putting it against the other best poem from round 1, and then that best poem is going up against the next best poem. So like, the competition just gets harder. It gets stacked. It gets incredible. And you all have harder decisions to make, but you got to make them. All right. 3, 2, 1. Done. 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 So done. I'm going to stick a fork in it. All right. So moving on to round 3, and a chance to win some more money is going to be Kristi Scribbles. Steph Love, thank you for that incredible poem. Kristi, you better get ready. You better get ready, because you got a chance to win some money in the next round. Some money, 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 money. All right, let's move on. Bringing it back. Bout 2, round 2. Coming up to the stage on the psychedelic purple side, Nathaniel Bek. Welcome back to the stream. And coming up against Nathaniel Bek is going to be Cassandra IsFree. All right, I got my coin this time. Boom. Heads means psychedelic purple side is going first. Tails means neon green side is going first. Flip, catch, boom, land, and it is heads. So that means Nathaniel Bek, the stage is.
In Wisconsin, it is told as tradition Tales of boys turn men, rites of passage unsettling the trees. There are stories written in the snow here that will last well after it is melted. We are all the silent roosters of wilderness, cracking the morning sun like an egg, perched on the edge of hunting, the shadowless stalkers of nature. I don't think you ever forget the first time you reached the summit of an ecosystem, preying on the forest like you are your own natural disaster. I remember the first time I held a gun. Like excitement had a weight to it, like power had a weight to it, like fear had a weight to it. I know the hesitation that rests at the edge of a trigger. There is a bull behind this fence, no room for fear, no toddler toys and blankets, just the deer and the silence. It's time to be a man now, so saddle up and take the shot. You are the one in power. Things are much easier to process when at a distance, but there is no poetic way to say you killed something. There is no beauty in death, but maybe I just can't describe the way eyes look when there isn't life in them. Maybe I need to man up, get over it. It was just a deer. Guns are meant to kill things anyways, right? Just ask the assault rifles, the high-capacity mags. Maybe this is the rite of passage we asked for. But we aren't talking about hunting anymore, are we? There is no venison here. When we've turned streetlights to trees, nightclubs to forests, classrooms to open fields, there is no poetic way to say Parkland happened, Las Vegas happened, Pulse happened. There is no poetic way to say weapons of war are legal, that we keep searching for manhood behind a gun, that killing is okay if the police do it. But they say it wasn't the gun. Say it was the security guard, the teacher, the pill bottle, society. They say hunting helps control the population of animals, but they never talk about what we should do when we become the deer.
Yo, that was Nathaniel Bek on the psychedelic purple side, kicking off bout 2 of round 2. Show some love in the comment section if you were feeling that, and get ready on the neon green side. Cassandra IsFree. The stage is yours.
For the people who say I don't look like what I'm going through, I guess I should say thank you. But sometimes pain makes it hard to speak. See, it's the chronic pain for me. Nights where I can't sleep, can't breathe, can't eat, because food always triggers it. Triggers more than people who say I don't look sick and so I must be okay. But they just don't see what it's doing to me, because pain isn't always tangible. You can't hold it the way it holds you. And it's not loosening its grip up. So there's days where I don't even want to get up. Days where the only thing worse than the pain would be not feeling anything. Times when it's so crippling that the thought of my life ending don't sound all that bad, because it's the chronic pain for me. Waking up in agony, aches that linger like an unwanted house guest in my body, once my temple, now crucifying me daily until I become a living sacrifice, feeling forsaken. So when people say I don't look like what I'm going through, I cringe, because they act like you can't be both beautiful and broken. See, invisible and imaginary are not the same thing, because even on the days where it doesn't hurt, anxiety reminds me the pain is going to return. So I wait for it, staring out the window like Celie, looking for Mr., waiting for signs that it's about to hit, because it's the chronic pain for me. Sometimes it takes an extra hour, day to get me started. Don't get me started when I say the struggle is real, because it's a real struggle at times to exist. Chronic illness, no cure, just ways to manage it while trying to manage the damage it brings. But how do you manage when the only thing that helps chronic is chronic? Because my job is zero tolerance, and if I lose it, I wouldn't have the bread and butter for the butter anyway. See, it's the chronic pain for me. So please don't tell me I don't look like what I'm going through. It feels more insinuation than compliment, more accuser than optimist. I wish I was optimist so I could transform people's way of seeing an invisible illness. Say it's supposed to make us stronger because it ain't kill us, when it just weakens the spirit. And this ain't a pity party. I just wish things were different, like letting how someone looks decide if you believe their condition. So for the people who speculate and tell me I don't look like what I'm going through, excuse me if I don't say thank you.
All right. Cassandra IsFree, closing out bout 2, round 2. Show some love in the comment section. Neon green hearts. But more importantly, go vote. It's time to vote. Angelica, vote. Eliza. No, we're not doing that. All right. Vote for who you think won that bout, people, all right? We've dropped the link a couple of times in the comment section already. One of these poets is walking away with $10 cash. The other poet has a chance to walk away with up to $50 cash, and you're going to decide who gets a chance for up to $50, all right? Is it going to be Shakir, Nathaniel Bek on the psychedelic purple side, or Cassandra IsFree on the neon green side? Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? You get to decide. The power is in your hands. And with great power comes great. I'm stopping. Okay? I'm not going to go down this list of cliches that I could do. I'm not gonna. All you got to do is click on one. Click on that link, choose one. One of these poets is moving on. I told you it's only going to get harder as we keep going. You got about 10 seconds left. What are you waiting for? Why are you waiting for the last minute? 5, 4, 3, 2. I don't know why I have to count us down every time. Y'all should just do it from the beginning. Okay, here we go. Polls are closed. Moving on to the final round of tonight's competition is gonna be Cassandra IsFree. Nathaniel Bek, thank you for that incredible poem. Cassandra, we will see you in like 10 seconds. Okay, here we go, people. Here we go. It was so close. I'm looking at the numbers, and they are so close. Okay, I'm not looking at the numbers, but somebody on my team is looking at the numbers, and it was so close. So make sure that you are voting, all right? Every chance you get, make sure that you are voting, because this comes down. Yeah. That one came down to a difference of one person, okay? One vote was the difference in that round. So if you're not voting, or if you're waiting for the last minute to vote, and then maybe your vote doesn't get counted, you're the reason your poet did not win. I'm just throwing that out there. All right. Take that responsibility, people. Here we go. Final round. The money round. One of these poets is walking away with the big money, and the other poet is walking away with the medium-sized money. Okay. What kind of bag they going to be carrying out of this virtual slam? Coming up first, representing the psychedelic purple side, Kristi Scribbles. Welcome back to the stream. And going up against Kristi Scribbles, Cassandra IsFree. Back on the neon green side one more time. Heads, psychedelic purple goes first. Tails, neon greens goes first. Flip, catch, land, boom. That's heads. Which means, Kristi Scribbles, the stage is yours.
The sensitivity of you, that soft spot on that baby's head that is so exposed, that sits in exposure and sits in vulnerability, avoiding the outside world, sitting on the surface, on the crown, on the top of the enclosed brain of the newly born body of that baby, the soft spot on top of you, inside of you, that was born you, that lives you, that exposes you, who feels you and everything and all things, and sits inside you and around you and encompassing you, that small indention, that spot of flesh that leads to the brain of you, to the mind of you, to the soul of you, to the muse of you, that soft spot upon you that dawns you and reminds you it is the muse of you, that way of you, the why of you, the how of you, the how that allows of you, that reaches out of you, that feeling felt of you, that magic made of you, that relates to you, the connection of you to them, to the world of them, to the thoughts of them, to the pain of them, the pain around them, the suffering inside of them, the joy that finds them, the muse that feels them, that absorbs them, that endures them. The muse of them is the soft spot on you, upon that head, that skull, that mind, inside your heart, your love, your feelings wrapped inside is your muse. Your love for them, the muse and the soft spot, one in the same, always the same. Forever entangled, the forever fighting battles of past fought as the war of separation, of that great divide, and the blindness and battle, fighting to avoid, numbing to distract, clawing to escape, finally finds a way through to the healing, to a truce, to a peace, finally finding peace and forgiveness and forge aheadness, welding into oneness, finally finding each other, the muse inside that soft spot. Inside the feelings, inside the felt upon your head, forever exposed, forever to see the muse and soft spot together they'll be.
Kristi Scribbles on the psychedelic purple side, kicking off the final bout of the night. We gonna dive right into it. Cassandra IsFree on the neon green side. The stage is yours.
I wish I could absorb bullets, create a force field to protect my brothers and sisters from being hit by shots from stray cops, give them the power of intangibility so that they can't be touched. Watch them marvel as I fly to their rescue in dark alleys and cold streets. Make them wonder, where did this superwoman come from who can lift the weight of oppression with her super strength? Be a woman of steel and flex my Iron Man. Fly like a bat out of hell to be the hero they deserve. Have the power to transport to them in that moment of need, right before the lives of 12-year-old boys and sleeping women are taken. Race to Tamir Rice with the speed of a Black Panther to stop these killmongers. I would jump at the chance to face Breonna's killer and avenge her. Bring down my hammer like Thor on these crooked cops. Swoop in like a falcon and Hulk smash these hawkshaws. Expose this web of corruption. Leave the worst ones dead in a pool of their own deception. Better yet, locked in a cage with no defenders. Call me Cyclops because I have my eye on and ready to give them hell, boy. How dare these devils be so blind to this injustice? League of legalized killers who draw their weapons in a flash. I'll call them DC, dumb cops who don't know the difference between a gun and a gauntlet. It's enough to make me snap. I wish I could clobber anyone wanting to harm my people, stretch myself thin to protect them, or at least go out in a blaze trying. It would be fantastic for us. But as a Black woman in this nation, the only power I seem to have is one of invisibility.
Cassandra IsFree on the neon green side, closing out the night. That is it for all the poetry that we're going to hear tonight, but that doesn't mean that the night is over because you still have to vote. One of these poets is going to walk away with some big money. The other poet is going to walk away with some big money. All right? And you get to decide. We've dropped the link. I'm going to give you a little extra time because I know this decision is the hardest of the evening, right? Both of these poets have gone through 2 rounds of head-to-heads and now are going up against each other. So these are fan favorites, and one of them is going to walk away with some great money. The other one's going to walk away with some good money still, all right? You have to decide who's it going to be on the psychedelic purple side. Was it Kristi Scribbles? Are you voting for the psychedelic purple side? Are you scribbling with Kristi or Hassa? Is it the neon green side? Are you on Cassandra IsFree side? Are you getting free with Cassandra? What is happening tonight? All right. You have to make that decision. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm just giving you some extra time. Not sure why. You should have already voted. 5, 4, 3, 2. Done. Closed and closed. I hope you all got your votes in there because both of these poets brought fire tonight. All 3 rounds. Consistently incredible poetry. One of them is going to walk away with $50. The other one is still walking away with $30. Both of our third place winners walked away with $10. That's 2 months of free subscription to Right About Now. All right. So what tonight's winner by a small margin yet again. Give it up for Cassandra IsFree. Kristi, thank you so much for an incredible night of poetry. Cassandra, speak to your adoring fans because you have won yet again tonight.
Well, I was going to say to all the like everybody was dope. This is probably one of the best out of the slams that I've done for Right About Now. Like everybody brought the fire every time, and it was just dope to see everybody. And I appreciate the crowd and the audience for showing love to everybody because everybody needed that love tonight, and that's what it is. I'm actually I'll be gone for a few months because I go back to grad school next Monday. So I'll be gone for the rest of the year more than likely, but I'll still be like watching the replays and stuff. Like I'll go back and watch the lives and just be rooting for everybody as always. That's it.
Everybody needed that love. She said, everybody say love in the comment section. All right, Cassandra IsFree. Congratulations once again. Everybody say love in the comment section. All right. Shout out to all the amazing poets. I'm just going to go down the list of everybody that we heard from tonight. Kristi Scribbles, Imani Jade, Steph Love, Sarah Bellum, LMB, Nathaniel Bek, Jerrod, Amir, Shakir, and Cassandra IsFree. Once again, if you want access to these slams, just become a supporter. You get access to these slams and so much more if you become a supporter on Facebook. We will be back. These virtual slams happen every second and fourth Mondays. Every Monday we do have the Write and Chill, and the live shows are back. So if you're in the Houston area, go check out the live shows at Avant Garden every Wednesday night. If you're not in the Houston area or you can't make it out to the show and you are a supporter, you do still have access to watch the show / the features as long as you are a member. All right. So make sure you do that. Until then, it's been an honor and a privilege to be your host this evening, people. Y'all stay safe out there. My name is Chibbi. Good night.